Welcome to my channel. We are going to make a pumpkin chocolate chip bread. It's so easy, delicious, wonderful fall treat. It's good for dessert or with an afternoon snack with coffee. It's just one of the delicious fall treats you can make. Let's get started. For this, you will need pumpkin puree, 4 eggs, avocado oil, sugar, chocolate chips, flour, baking soda, salt, ground cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and ginger. Preheat your oven to 350. Start out by greasing and flouring the bread pans. I'm going to use Crisco. This is not my favorite step, but your bread will come out the easiest if you do it this way. Most people just spray, and you can do that. It just won't slide out quite as nicely. Get yourself a little bit of flour. And I have 2 bread dishes. I do not have the exact same ones, so I will have a little bit smaller loaf and a little bit bigger loaf. When you do this, make sure you get the corners and edges really well. So go over it a couple of times, even if you think you have it. Sometimes you don't, and you don't realize until you've floured it. Okay, add a little bit of the flour. So you just kind of start to pat it softly to make it move around the pan. Now get out your other pan. Put the excess in the other pan. Now grab your flour. To that, we're going to add the dry ingredients. So 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Oh, and this was 3½ cups of flour, 1½ teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon nutmeg, a ½ teaspoon ground cloves, and a 1/4 teaspoon ground ginger. You want to whisk it lightly. Get your mixer out. Let's add the pumpkin puree, 1 can, a 15-ounce can. Okay, and we're going to add in the eggs. Also, if you're bad at cracking eggs, crack it into a bowl separately and then add the bowl after you know that you haven't cracked and lost any shells in there. Okay, we are going to add 1 cup of oil. I'm using avocado oil, and then 2/3 cup water. And we are going to blend this well. Excuse me, I forgot the sugar. So we are adding 3 cups sugar, and you just add those 5 ingredients all at one time. So even though you can't see it, reach all the way to the bottom and scrape that. Add the flour mixture. I'm going to tap it and go slow. That way you don't have a big mess. Now we are going to put this up, and again go very slow. That way you don't have a big puff of flour everywhere. Okay, and before we get too blended, let's again scrape the sides and bottom. And I'm just looking for no lumps, so it looks like we're there. And then add 1 cup chocolate chips and just mix this in. Don't go very fast, just go on the lowest setting. Okay, and we will just divide up the batter between the two. Put them in the preheated oven. Gonna bake for 50 minutes. But we will check and stick a toothpick in it to make sure it's done. So, all right, let's wait. Let them rest for about 10 minutes. And just skim around the edge. So try to go directly down from the edge. Start over here. Corners are a little bit tricky, so don't worry too much about that. The reason why you don't want to turn this out too early is you want the bread to actually solidify and not crush down what fluffiness it has in the bread. There we go. And then want to turn it over just so you don't crush the top of it. All the way upside down. Now we're going to bring this over. Okay, both of them came out beautifully. See, you'll have a lot better chance of it releasing easier out of the pan when you do that flouring of the pan. And you don't want to leave it in the pan to cool because also it will start to sweat. You want to still let it cool. You can serve warm, but if you served it right now, again, you will crush the rise in the bread. It will just be very, very hot. So let's let it cool and come back. Okay, we're all done. I'm ready to have my snack. And I wanted to show you, this is a really easy gift. So if you want to have a neighbor gift for Christmas, you just wrap it up in some cellophane, or really you could just use some plastic wrap it up and put a bow on the top. Add a tag that it's from you or your family, and it's just really easy and such a delicious, homemade, thoughtful gift. So, something easy to do. This is really good warm. Also, it's really good if you put it in the toaster. I like to add a little bit of butter if I put it in the toaster, but it's so good. Try it yourselves. See what your family thinks. You can adjust how many chocolate chips you want in it, if you want a little bit less or to leave them out completely. I love it with the chocolate chips. So it is so delicious. So you really have to try this. Okay, I want to just show you how easy cooking and baking can be. Give it a try. Let me know in the comments if you tried it and how you liked it. Okay, thank you.